Well, praise the Lord, everyone. I want to welcome you back to another series of biblical thoughts for today. A biblical thought for today. Listen, the question that comes to us today is concerning God's sovereignty. Does man have free will? Well, if you're talking about free will in terms of a human being being able to do any and everything that they want to do, of course not. The Apostle Paul answered that for us when he says in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 23. He says, everything is permissible, but everything is not beneficial. Everything is permissible, but everything is not edifying. Listen, the great German theologian Martin Luther struggled with this idea of a relationship between God's sovereignty and man's free will. Some have even gone as far as to say God elects not to intervene with the free will of man. Not sure about that. And what they bring up how Pharaoh in Exodus chapter 4, God hardened his heart. Let's go back and see what that verse really meant. What that verse was saying to us is simply this. What God did was to remove his grace from around Pharaoh to show the people what was really in the heart of Pharaoh. And what was in the heart of Pharaoh? Chasing after the Israelites to get his gold back. Saints, keep in mind that God's will concerning theology and concerning his sovereignty and free will is this. Man has, as Jonathan Edwards, the great Puritan theologian, would say, man has free choice, but he has limited free will. Now, what do we mean by the two? Free choice says this. If you and I are walking down the street, having a great time, have a pocket full of money, and two criminals come out of the bushes to hold us up, and they say, give us your life or give us your money. That's a free choice. Do I want to live? So take my wallet. Free will says this. Free will says, in any given situation, I'm not going to make the wisest choice. I'm going to make the choice that's best for me. And what that means is simply this. God says, because of the sin nature that's in man, you will always make the choice that's the strongest to your desire. And that may be the bad choice, but that's the strongest one based on sin nature that you want because it benefits the flesh. I'm Dr. Mike, and that's the biblical thought for today.